So light 'em.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Al Jazeera TV, Paul Fidel, along with NFL football star Hamza Abdullah and NBA star Dikembe Mutombo.
Welcome, welcome to all the distinguished guests here in Aspire Dome. Also to those who are watching us on the satellite channels, especially Al Jazeera Sport Channel. Dikembe Mutombo, former NBA player from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Welcome to Qatar once again.
Thank you.
Hamza Abdullah as well, former NFL player. You decided to retire this year. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'll start with you, Dikembe, to tell us a little bit about your career in NBA. How did you start? You came from a poor country, from a poor continent. You made your way to the US, to college first, and then you were drafted by Denver Nuggets to compete on the highest level of basketball worldwide in NBA.
First, I played 18 years in the NBA. My career started when I was at Georgetown, where I got the opportunity to come and study medicine. But unfortunately that I didn't get a chance to becoming a doctor because I was asked my sophomore year by the university if there was a way I can join the basketball team. That's when I decided my sophomore year to play. And I played 3 years in college. It took one particular game, my sophomore year, to change my career, to show the world that I did have a talent enough to go much higher. It was in the middle of the season when one of my friends got in a foul trouble, and then my coach asked me if I can go and play for him and to help the team up. And he said, son, I don't want you to do nothing. All I'm asking you, just go there, block shot and rebound. Then I went to the game, and 20 minutes later, I broke the NCAA record. I had about 12 block shots, and that's where Mutombo's career was born.
And even you continued with the same pace on the professional level. You were about to break an old record by Akeem Olajuwon, another African fellow. You missed it due to an injury that happened
Yes.
to you in the playoffs of the 2009 season with Portland, with the Houston Rockets. You were playing against Portland Trailblazers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to be a record holder?
It means a lot. I believe that every athlete that will play the game in any level, in any sport, should set a goal. That's why we're here. We are in a Doha goal. We have to set a goal. In a life in general, any human being that God creates, if you don't set no goal, then your life doesn't have no purpose. And that's the reason why some of us have seen success in life, because we set goal. I knew that I want to play in the next level. And I studied myself, what do I have to do to get there? What do I have to do to accomplish everything I have to accomplish in college so I can be drafted in professional level? And they helped me. And I'm so happy that when I got to the NBA, I knew there was more than 400 some plus basketball players playing in the NBA. But I told myself from my first interview that by the time I leave the game of basketball, I want to be remembered as one of the great shot blockers ever played the game. Because I did set that goal. I didn't want nobody to remember me for nothing else, but for one particular thing. And I went there with the talent and the height God gave it to me, and I used it so well, and I broke all this record. I'm so happy to be sitting here with you today.
We talk a lot about your past. Everyone knows this glorious career that you had. We'll continue on this rhythm with you a little bit later, but I move on to Hamza Abdullah, former NFL player. You're so young to be qualified as a former NFL player. Also, you made your career starting on the college level. Then you were drafted by Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You moved to several other clubs to have the highlight of your career with the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. Tell us also about how you came to this level, being brought up in California, in a religious family. Tell us a little bit about your experience in life.
You know, I was very fortunate. I grew up with 12 children in my household, my mother and my father, and they raised us on a simple model, which was one for your brother, what you want for yourself. So every single thing that we did in our life was because of that. You know, we didn't have much food. We didn't have much of anything. So every little bit of peace that we had, we made sure that all of our brothers got a chance to do that as well. And that took us, you know, we were very competitive, but that took us to the sporting playing fields, and we were able to compete in that fashion. And having that sense of competitiveness, you know, I didn't want my brother to beat me in anything. And both of us, 2 of us out of the 12 were able to attain the highest level in football, which is to play in the National Football League. And, you know, we both went to college together, but going to the National Football League with my brother is a very special accomplishment. And that, people ask me, what's the greatest thing that you got from the NFL and what was the highest moment? The highest moment was when my brother told me he had made the team for the Minnesota Vikings, so that now there were 2 Abdullah brothers in the NFL.
Talking about the spirit of the family, also, we all know that the U.S., it's like a mosaic of different cultures, different ethnicities, and religious groups. Did you have some difficulties going up to the highest levels of sports and professionalism? Did you face any problems due to your religious background also?
You know, not really, because in the NFL is a bottom line business. You can either play or you can't play. And so, you know, we were very fortunate in that. They want to see what you can do on the field. And then when you start to attain these levels and these heights on the field, then they ask you, okay, well, what are you doing at home that makes you such a grounded person, that makes you give up stuff from yourself and give it to the brother next to you? And that's when they find out your culture and your religion. And something that happens every year, of course, is the month of Ramadan. And the last few years, we had a chance to experience Ramadan fasting from sunup to sundown for 30 straight days during training camp. And this is the toughest time in an NFL career. So we were going through these training camps without eating, without drinking, and our teammates would see that, wow, these guys are going through this, and they had a level of respect for you. And, you know, I truly appreciated that, and they were accepting of my culture enough to an extent to where some of them even fasted with us.
You come from 2 different continents. Your sports is a pure American sports, while basketball is more universal. We'll talk about how to promote the professional American sports in other parts of the world, Hamza, later on. But I move again to Dikembe. Dikembe, of the 18 years that you had in NBA, what do you consider the highlight of your career? Is it the NBA Finals in 2001 versus the Los Angeles Lakers, where you lost 4-1? And Shaquille was saying, he was my guest a couple of weeks ago when he was in Aspire for Sports. He said the 3-peat that they did in the beginning of 2000, they wanted to win 12-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0 in the finals. But you were able to win one of the encounters against the Lakers.
I think the peak of my career, I think I go way back in '94 when we beat the Seattle Supersonic. I think that's when I told the world that I will be retired as one of the greatest shot blockers ever played the game. Because there haven't been nobody in the history of the game. They're going to average more than 35 and 34 block shots in 5 games. That was a history breaking there. And I just didn't have the ability to do it. And when it came to 2001 final, I think Shaquille O'Neal stole the championship with me. I think he didn't win. He stole that from me. that was my year. That was the year that I did deserve to win a championship, but I was not lucky enough. Because we were winning the game too. We was up by 10 with 1 minute left and a half. And Shaquille O'Neal fouled out. And my coach felt that there was no purpose for me to stay in the game. Decided to pull me up to sit on the bench. Next time I look at the score, Kobe Bryant went and scored 3-pointer.
Anyway, Dikembe, if we leave a little bit the past, go back to the future a little bit, tell us about your role nowadays. You're involved with the NBA management to promote the game globally and also to do some charity works to help the community in the United States and elsewhere. Tell us a little bit about your present role with the NBA.
My present role in the NBA is as an NBA Global Ambassador. I oversee most of our social responsibility worldwide. I travel as much as I can. Maybe 2 weeks of the month, I'm on the plane going somewhere either in Asia or in Africa or South America. We are spending a lot of money in the NBA. We have already spent more than $280 million on social responsibility, building school, basketball courts, libraries, computer centers, clinics. And beside that, I'm also, in the same token, I'm running my hospital. I built a $40 million hospital in Congo, which I'm on my way there after tonight to go see how the hospital is going. It's been open for the past 6 years. We're treating more than 100,000 people a year, and I have more than 420 doctors and nurses work for me. So that was my gift to the humanity. I felt that through sport, we can change the world. Through the sport, and our world can becoming a better place, and through sport, we can have peace. And those are what the things that it was taught to me, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Hamza, also we'll talk about promoting the sport through stars like you. But before that, let me also finish with your career and ask you, why did you decide to stop your professional career at the age of 30?
Well, 2 years ago, 2012, or 1 year ago, 2012, 2 seasons, me and my younger brother, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, Hamza Abdullah, we decided to take the year off and go for our Hajj pilgrimage, the 5th pillar in our faith in Islam. It was right during the season, so we didn't want to sign a contract and be bound by that contract and get out of our contract. So, we decided to take off the season, go for a Hajj, and then try and return. All praises are due to God. My brother, he returned, but I did not. And, it was a lack of opportunities, but at the same time, I felt a calling of something more that I had to do. I feel like I'm more than a football player, as I'm sure Dikembe would attest to. We're more than athletes. And people listen to us. We can tell a kid to make your bed and respect your mom, and they're going to listen to us because you're their role models. So I think we have a gift, and we have to use that.
And about promoting the American football, maybe worldwide, the 4 major professional sports in the U.S., baseball, American football, ice hockey, and basketball, NBA. Mainly 3 of those 4 are not very well known outside the North American continent. What can you do to promote this sport and maybe other sports worldwide?
That's a very good question. I actually sat and had lunch with a sister from Turkey. Her name is Yasmin, and she started a girls' American flag football. So they don't have any pads, and they go out to the fields and they throw the football around. And it's an introductory to American football. And I think with her, she's an innovator. With that design, we can take that to different places all around the world, and we can expose them to American football.
Dikembe, if we talk a little bit about the future, about also what you are planning with your foundation. You have a foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about your aims, your goals? What are you planning to do in the near future?
Right now, when I started the foundation, we did have 3 goals. First goal was to build a hospital. Second goal was to build a school. And the third goal was to build a basketball gymnasium. And I think as the hospital is settled now, it's doing very well. We're on a campaign to raise $10 million in the next 3 years. The first week of the campaign just was over, like last week. We've already raised more than $1 million. So I have $9 more million to go. I just wanted to have the endowment in case I get hit by the bus. But I know that my foundation is okay. And maybe by next year, I want to go and build a school. And I believe that through my faith and my fame, I think God put me in the right place to do so much for the society. And I think as long as I'm still alive, I will use what God gave it to me and then go and try to save as many children as I can around the world.
I hope there are more people of your kind to help people in need everywhere in the world. That also keeping with the same subject, I heard that also you'll be starting your charity foundation soon. Hamza, did you choose a name for this foundation? Did you choose the objective and the goal that you will be setting for this charity?
Yes, sir. God willing, the name of the charity will be Athletes' Best Source, because I would like to help athletes in their transitional period. You know, I am transitioning now, and in the United States of America, we have a problem with our National Football League players transitioning. In 2012, we had 7 current or former players commit suicide, and that's a problem. 1 is too many, and to have 7, and then we had 2 already this year. So I would like to step in and do something. Obviously, the NFL is close to my heart, so I want to step in and do something about the NFL first, but then I want to go to the other sports. So it'll be Athletes' Best Source, and God willing, flying back to the States tonight, and I will discuss it with the lawyer, and then we will hit the ground running.
We have still a minute and a half of a live interview with you, gentlemen. Dikembe, your second visit to Qatar between 2012 and 2013. How did you find the city here growing up, and what do you expect to see more maybe in the coming years?
It's very scary. You know, every time I come here, the city is just growing, getting beautiful and beautiful. And with God willing, I wonder what this city is going to look like in 2022 when the World Cup comes here. And I think if I'm still around, I think I'm going to be here. And it's really great. But one thing I want to mention that as a part of the NBA family, we will regret about losing our commissioner, Denver Stern, who's retiring in a couple of weeks here, leaving the NBA. But I think we're so happy that the way our game has grown worldwide because of one man, and we will miss him.
Maybe also in Doha, maybe in 2014 we'll have a preseason game here in Doha. This is
no,
in the course of preparation.
Next year or the following year. I think it's up to the responsibility of the government in the region to invite us. You know, we're open for the invitation. We don't want to just come by ourselves. We're waiting for our invitation.
Thank you, Dikembe Mutombo, former NBA legend, for being with us. Also, thanks to Hamza Abdullah, and thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Other interviews will follow.